Good morning, students. We will be continuing with our new chapter whose name is Motion in a Straight Line. And Unit 1 is over. This is Unit 2, starting of Unit 2. And chapter name is Motion in a Straight Line. In Unit 1, we are having two chapters, and in Unit 2, this is our first chapter. Chapter number 3, Motion in a Straight Line. So, first of all, introduction part. What is mechanics? First of all, they will ask, suppose this is the object, this is at rest, and this is object in motion. That means some objects in this world are in motion and some objects are in rest. Mechanics, it is a branch of physics which is dealing with the study of motion of the objects. That means the motion of the objects is studied in this branch of physics. This is known as mechanics. And one more thing is studied here. Motion is also studied and equilibrium is also studied. And equilibrium under so many forces. Equilibrium of the object under so many forces is studied. What is equilibrium? Suppose this is a weight box. It is having weight mg, downward weight is equal to mg, and you are applying force equals to mg or ma, means 50 Newton you are applying upward and 50 kg it is acting downward. Weight is also in Newton. So this object will not move in the upward direction or nor in the downward direction. Both the forces, they have cancelled each other. So this is a condition of equilibrium. Okay. So if you want to understand more, hang a box here. Move this box this side and leave it. It will come to its normal position. So this is in equilibrium state. So, mechanics is a branch of physics which deals with the study of the motion of objects and equilibrium of the object with, by so many forces. It means equilibrium is obtained with the help of so many forces only. So, mechanics is divided into three branches. First name is statics, second name is kinematics, third name is dynamics. The name of first branch is statics, and the name of second branch is kinematics, and the name of third branch is dynamics. Suppose a body is not moving. We will study the conditions. Statics means study of the conditions when a body is not moving. All the conditions linked with that body we will study. So this deals with when the body is at rest. Kinematics. In kinematics, the means the cause of the motion is not studied. Here we will discuss a body is in motion, but what is the cause of that motion is not studied in kinematics. But in dynamics, we will study the motion of the objects and also the cause of the motion. We will study like this: who has started the motion, why direction is changing, all we will study. So we will develop a relation between u, v, t and a like this. U, v, t, a. Equation of motion you have derived in 9th class. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. S is equal to ut plus half at square. V is equal to u plus at. These are three equations of motion. Means in all the three branches, we are dealing with the objects that are in motion. But in statics, we are dealing with those objects which are not moving, and we study the conditions why the body is not moving. In kinematics, we studied the motion of objects, but we don't study what is causing the motion of those objects. And in third, dynamics, we are studying the motion of objects, plus the causes of the motion. So there are three branches of mechanics: statics, kinematics, and dynamics. In kinematics means we study the motion of bodies, but without studying what causing the motion. In dynamics, we study the motion of the bodies, but we consider what causes the motion. So this is a concept. So this is introduction part of this lesson. So second concept is we will discuss position, path length, and displacement. First of all, we will discuss what is frame of reference. Suppose this is a bogie of a train, a coach of a train. Ram is sitting here and Shyam is sitting in the front seat of Ram. And this is platform. Okay. Train is moving, coach is also moving. That means Sita is standing on platform. When Ram observed the Shyam, Shyam is in rest. And when Shyam observed the Ram, Ram is in rest. But when Sita, that is standing on the platform, observing the Shyam or observing the Ram, they are in motion. So Ram is also observation point, Shyam is also an observation point, Sita is also observation point. This observation point is known as frame of reference. Frame of reference. So what is this frame of reference? Frame of reference is a point with the help of which we determine the position of other objects. We determine the motion of other objects, we determine the rest of other objects. Frame of reference is a point with the help of which we indicate whether an object is in motion or whether object is in rest. So a person who is standing on the platform, he is watching a moving train, is acting as a frame of reference for the moving train. There are two types of frame of reference. There is inertial frame of reference and there is a non-inertial frame of reference. So frame which is having no acceleration, that is known as inertial frame of reference. Suppose a train coach is there that is moving with a constant velocity. Constant velocity means no acceleration. Then we can say that the train coach is acting as inertial frame of reference. And in inertial frame of reference, all the Newton laws are followed. Like this, S is equal to ut plus half at square, V is equal to u plus at. All these motion equations of motion will be followed. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. All the three equations of motion that we have derived in the class 9, they will be followed. So first type of frame of reference is inertial frame of reference. So frames which are having no acceleration. Okay. Non-inertial frames are those which are having acceleration. And in these frames, Newton laws are not followed. Okay. You can understand this concept by this. Suppose a train is moving with a constant acceleration. So train is moving with a constant velocity, suppose. Okay, you throw a ball and ball take 2 seconds and it will travel 10 meter. So which law is followed? S is equal to d upon t. You are throwing the ball with a 5 meter per second. You know the speed and it is taking time 2 seconds. You calculated the distance. It come to be 5 into 2, 10. So when you measure that, it came 2. So Newton law is followed. But when suppose that train is having acceleration and you throw the ball with 5 velocity and it take 2 time to second, you have calculated, by calculation it need to be 10, but when you measure it is coming 8 meter. That means this is a concept of non-inertial frame, and here Newton's laws are not followed. S is equal to d upon t, speed is equal to distance upon time is not followed here. So this is the concept. Means this is a concept, no? When you are on a train that is moving with a constant velocity, that is inertial frame of reference, all the Newton's laws are followed. And when you are on a train having acceleration, that is acting as non-inertial frame, and the Newton's law will not be followed. So these are the two type of frame of reference. So this is our next topic. The topic name is rest and motion of a body depends on the frame of reference. I have given you the example of Ram, Shyam and Sita. According to Ram, Shyam is in rest, but according to Sita, Shyam is in motion. So rest and motion, they are relative terms. Same object can be at rest or can be in motion, but with respect to two different frame of reference. So this is the concept. Rest and motion are relative terms, and it depends on the frame of reference. Justify. So this is the next topic. You will take the example of two persons sitting in a coach of a train and one person standing on the platform. Next topic is types of motion. Three types of motion are there: translational motion, rotational motion, and vibrational motion. Note down these: translational, rotational, and vibrational motion. First concept is translational motion. Suppose this is a body, this is our table. This is first point on the table, and suppose this is second point on the table. Suppose join them. You have moved this table in a straight path. Suppose now it has come to this location. Now A has reached here, B has reached here. These line and these line are parallel to each other. When a body is moving in a straight path, we can say that body is having a translational motion, but we have to define it. We can say that a body is moving in a translational motion. A body is having a translational motion if the line joining the 2 points on the body remain parallel to itself. Throughout the motion. Example is car moving on a straight road. So this is there. Line joining the 2 points on the body remain parallel to itself throughout the motion of the body. Throughout its motion, a car moving on straight road is having a translational motion. Next is rotational motion. What is rotational motion? Suppose this is Earth. It is rotating about its axis. Suppose this is the axis which is rotating. And Earth is made of so many particles. This is particle A and this is particle B. Particle A will also rotate like this. in this path in circles, and particle B will also rotate. If Earth is rotating, particle B will also rotate in circle. Means what is these circles? These are concentric circles which are having center on the axis of rotation. So we can say a body is having a rotational motion if it is revolving about the axis of rotation. Means it is moving around axis of rotation. If the body is moving around axis of rotation and every particle of the body is moving in concentric circle having radius at the axis of rotation, or having center at the axis of rotation. These are, so now we are creating the definition. A body is said to be having a rotational motion if it is moving about axis of rotation, if it is moving around axis of rotation. This is known as axis of rotation, such that all the particles means atoms, all the particles of body are moving in concentric circles. Which concentric circles? Having center where? At axis of rotation. So this is the definition of rotational motion. Concentric circles having center at axis of rotation. So C will also move like this. A also move. A is a particle, will move in a circular path. B is a particle of Earth, move in circular path. C is a particle of Earth, move in circular path. Rotational motion example is motion of a fan, motion of Earth around the sun, Earth around its own axis. Third concept is oscillatory motion or vibrational motion. When a particle moves to and fro, means from A to B, from A to and fro. This is to and this is fro. From A to B, we will say to and fro about mean position. A pendulum is rotating like this, it goes here, it goes there. Vibratory motion or oscillatory motion. When a body moves to and fro about the mean position, then we can say that the body is having oscillatory motion or vibratory motion. When a particle moves to and fro about a mean position, so this is known as vibratory motion. Vibratory motion is also done. Next concept. The child is swinging in a swing, you have seen. So this is also example of vibrational motion. Child is going first like this, again this, again this. What is point object? Suppose a car is moving 1000 km. The length of car is very small as compared to distance covered. We can say that the body is said to be point object if the length covered by body is too large as compared to its size. So all the things that are moving, like Delhi to London, an aeroplane is flying, that aeroplane is a point object. If the distance covered by a body is too large as compared to its size, we can say that body is acting as a point object. So this is done. So this is introductory part of this chapter. Today we have started the beginning of this chapter. We will be continuing with some more topics of this chapter that you have already done in 9th class, but we will discuss those. Next lecture will be big one. We will be discussing too many topics or too many concepts in one lecture only. So be ready. So today's your homework is define frame of reference. What are the two types of frame of reference? Describe the different types of motion. What is mechanics? Define its three branches. So you have to do this. These are three questions, you have to do it. Hope you enjoyed today's lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day.